If you want to work with the federal government, you own an HVAC company, plumbing company, electrical, power washing, flooring company, it's easy to work with the federal government. The resources are there for free. You don't ever have to pay anyone to advise you. You don't have to pay anyone to help you get government contracts. It's available to you to do that, but they're going to take a large chunk of your money, and they're going to give you information that's frankly available for free. So let me give you some tips on working with the federal government. I've worked with the federal government a few times over my 20 years in business. I've worked with the federal government directly. I've worked under a prime contractor. I've worked with the local government. I've done it. I've seen it. I know it. Here are my tips. Number one, you can work with the government, quote unquote. I hear a lot of people say, I want to work with the government, or how do you do it? There are two main sections of the government contracting. There is federal, and then there's state. Don't sleep on the state government. These are multi-million-dollar contracts. I'm in North Carolina. The state of North Carolina does a lot of things. Remember, anything Parks and Rec related is state, right? Public schools, that's state. These are big, big contracts. Roads, all the roads are state. All of the traffic lights, a lot of this is state contracting. Your local utilities. We have a local utility that's actually very big. Those of you, you've mainly heard of Duke, right? So we have one under Duke. So if you want to work with the state, one of the ways you can do it is go to your local utility, walk in and see what contracts that they're bidding on or they've already earned. A lot of times they're looking to sub that out. That's called a prime contractor, right? So whether it's federal or state, let's talk about the federal for a second. You can contract directly with the federal government by going on a website called sam.gov. Once you register on sam.gov, it's a long application. Make a sandwich, get a cup of coffee, expect to be in front of your computer for a while. You fill out everything about your business. You put your contact information. You'll have to put your capabilities, right? So if I'm in HVAC, my capabilities would be heating, air conditioning, ventilation, gas piping. You would put all of that. Once you're in that system, then these government entities that are bidding on these contracts, or these non-government entities, can find you in there and contact you and try to get you to partner with them on these contracts. So first thing I would say is sam.gov, right? So it makes you visible. The next thing after you register in sam.gov is there's a portal in there, and you can actually look up federal contracts on your own and bid on them on your own. Now, be wary. Do not bid on a federal contract if you cannot complete the work. That is an easy way to default, and once you default on federal contract, then you're going to be pretty much toast, right? So, but there's contracts on every level. There's small ones, there's big ones. Small is relative, right? So, but find something you can handle, bid on it. If you lose it, you lose it. You're in the same position that you were in. You didn't have it anyway. But if you win it, you win it. Now, I will say this. Once you get in the sam.gov portal, there's going to be a lot of companies reaching out to you to offer advisement, right? So they're going to reach out to you. They're going to send you an email. They're going to call you. They're going to say, are you interested in federal contracts? Guess what? They already know you're interested because they found you in the sam.gov portal, right? They're going to say, hey, we can get you federal contracts. We can help you bid on it. And then they're going to ask you for $5,000 or $10,000 or something like that. You don't need to pay that. And I'll tell you why. Because we have the SBA, which is free. We have the SBTDC, which is free. If you have a college near you, there's a pretty big chance there's an SBTDC office somewhere in that college. The SBA, there's local SBA and regional SBA advisors, and guess what? That's free. You set up an appointment. It doesn't cost a thing. You go in, you tell them what type of business you're in. They'll help you register with sam.gov. They'll help you through the process. They'll help you make a capability statement. They work, their sole job is to make the bridge between government and small business. It's free. I wouldn't pay anyone to help you register for SAM. I would use those free resources because they're doing it all day, every day. They know that you don't know how to do it. It's their job. They're dealing with it all the time. Don't be afraid to connect with the SBA. All right, now, on that note, there are individual card holders for the government. So if you're near a military base, we're speaking here in the United States, if you're near a military base, if the job is under a certain amount, I won't name the amounts because it could change and then this recording will be obsolete, right? But under a certain amount, there's no bidding, right? So if you want to install an HVAC unit on this small building or do a pressure washing here, if it's under a certain amount, they'll pay you with a card. These are called card holders. So this is why you have to have your networking, be members of the Chamber of Commerce. If you're near a military base, you need to be networking because you can do work for individual card holders. Having said that, if you are a woman business owner, if you are a minority business owner, you can actually be recognized as sole source, right? So I'm a minority business owner. I'm a disabled veteran. I'm recognized as sole source, which means in federal contracting, they have to put this out for bid. But if someone is sole source, so if you're a woman-owned company, you can win contracts that they don't even have to put them in the bidding process. So a lot of times these contracting officers, it's easier. They can just go to a sole source. They don't have to put it out for bidding. And if you can handle it, you're not bidding against anyone. Like I said, if you cannot handle the job, don't take the job, right? Because you don't want to default on a federal contract. So a lot of the resources are out there, the SBA, the SBTDC. Google it, find a representative in your area, call them, set up an appointment, and ask all the questions that you want. Trust me, they're there all day. They're there 8 hours a day. It's their job to meet with you. No question is a stupid question. The world of government contracting, no one is born knowing it. It's very difficult at the beginning, but the more and more you learn about it, the easier that it gets, right? So I chased down a government contract, I think, for about 6 months until I finally made the connection and completed the work, right? So once you complete one, you get your feet wet, you know a little bit more, then you can complete another and complete another and complete another. So if you have any questions, just feel free to go ahead and put them in the comments. I'll try to address them in future videos. I hope you learned something from this. All right, have a good day.